I've never stripped off so quickly, and that's saying something. Welcome to the Montenegro vlog. So this is day one of my time in Kotor Bay in Montenegro. It's a bit loud, that, isn't it? And I'm going to be here for 4 days, 3 nights. I just wanted 3 days to swim, have some local wine, expensive fish, and I'm going to take you along with me. So whether this vlog gets split into 3 videos or 2 videos or just one long video, that's fine by me, hopefully fine by you. I need to get changed because I've worn this since this morning when I left Liverpool. Navy polo, standard, top really, universal. Okay, the sun's about to come out, so let me just flip this camera around so you can see what I can see. I mean, isn't that just wow? It's a beautiful view. Look at that water. I'm getting straight in now. Air conditioning, absolutely key. So yeah, the plan I think immediately is, by the way, this is the place, pretty basic, but that view is just fantastic. You can't beat that. My hair's like melting because of the heat. So the plan is go to the local market, get some water for the room. I haven't eaten. I've had a pain au chocolat in Manchester Airport. Yeah, I can't live on that for another few hours, so maybe get something small when I get the water, like from the mini market, and then save myself for a nice dinner. Maybe have a swim. I might need it because it's hot, like 27, and it's gonna be 28, 29, 30. Oh, so let's go. Just look at this view. I've literally just come down the stairs, and this is the gate that leads on to where I am. See, this is the most amazing thing. All along this bay, you can see them sort of in the background, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are just sort of areas where people can go on and sunbathe. And yeah, you can just look at the water. I mean, it's a bit cloudy now, so you can't see how clear it actually is when the sun comes out. But this street where I'm on is just all the way up there, and equally beautiful. It's a chance to sit down and sunbathe. So let's explore a bit further on. Oh, it's the Montenegrin roses. We're clear. There's a cocktail bar then as well. That's quite fancy, and they said it's €7 for the cheapest cocktail, and then 15 for the most expensive. I can see this mini market here, which is exactly what I need for water, aqua. Just bought this as an impulse buy because I feel like I need something, and this is going to hit the spot. I mean, to some extent. Oh, that's good. This is what life's all about. I'm amazed that for the middle of June, in a very nice place, it's just not packed. So I might have spoiled this hidden gem by telling everyone how great it is. Okay, now the sun is starting to come out and it is pretty hot. The only thing I'm not sure about is if it's the type of place where people take the t-shirt off. I mean, obviously if you're going in the water, but you know, just walking around, I'm not sure if that's something I want to do. I've decided that while I'm sort of mid-swim shorts, it's 20 to 3 now. So I'm thinking that phone's on 31%, so go for a quick swim, 20 minutes, lie there, come back, and then charge my phone for a little bit until like 50%. By that time it should be 5 o'clock, and then head out all night, and then, not all night, but you know, for the evening. So that was the second time in the water. I don't know whether it's me getting old or what, but I do not feel physically fit anymore. I really did a little bit of a breaststroke, and it did look very masculine, I'll be honest. But yeah, it's good to be in the water. You can just hear that lapping in the background. Oh. Yeah, if the sun came out, I'd just sit here for about 7 or 8 minutes more. But going on holiday is definitely better than being at work. I can tell you that for free. Okay, we've suddenly cut to the late evening. That's because I had a amazing dinner, which I didn't really want to spoil by getting out the camera and so on, but I walked along the bay, had a few drinks, so I'm a bit disheveled. And now walking back, it's sort of started to spit. You can see the flashes of light in the background, maybe. A mini thunderstorm is on the way, and there was a strike of lightning just then, or bolt of lightning rather, where the whole place was illuminated. I went sort of towards the old town, but not sort of close enough. The plan is, I'm thinking this is a good idea, to sort of explore the old town properly tomorrow, while I've got like a fresh night's sleep, full day ahead. And for now, just sort of take my time, enjoy myself, have a few drinks, go back to the hotel, apartments rather, which is what I'm doing now. Look at this beautiful dog. Hello. Not gonna bite. There we go. Yes. Nice and clean. Look at you. Day 2 in Montenegro. The plan today is we have blue sky all over, a few clouds every here and there, but the plan is to have a little tan, little bit of a swim, lunch and coffee. Coffees are plenty, and then hopefully go into the old town and see what's there, see all the architecture, because that's what I quite like. And again, a day of complete spontaneity, no plans, just go with the flow. I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see how insane this view is. One of the amazing things about this place so far is that it's Friday, it's nearly 10 a.m. It's an immensely beautiful day, and yet it's so quiet. Half of the restaurants are not even open. I don't think some of them do open for breakfast actually. And also, like, there's just not many people on the roads. There's a few people jogging, the odd tourist, but otherwise it's pretty quiet, which is perfect really. I like an atmosphere, but maybe that's why my plane into Montenegro was full of pensioners, because they like how quiet it is. And I am 63 at heart, so you'll hear no complaints from me. I'm literally on a beach on my own, with the water gently lapping the small atomized stones on the beach. What's not to love? I suppose this is the problem with these sort of holidays, is that I'm really enjoying relaxing here, doing F all. But there's always a sense in me to get a move on and make the most of the day. But this is why I'm here. This right now, me lying on a beach, is me making the most of the day. I think it's because I'm used to city breaks that I always feel like there's the next location, the next cultural excursion. But there isn't much of that here. There's the old town, which has got all the cultural side of things, but it's basically a big whistle-stop tour around the island, which you need a car, moped, a boat. Although today, for tomorrow, I might enquire about a boat prices, like a group tour, where there's like 6 or 8 people on a boat. All I need is the views. I don't care. The views of the place, by the way, not the social media views, although that's important. I just want the views from the boat. I'd love to be in the middle of that, looking around to see what it looks like. I think that's the height of luxury, no matter how budget friendly the boat is. So let's see if we can get that done. God, I just want to sit here for... I could literally fall asleep, but then I'll come out like a fucking lobster. So it's probably not wise, but catch up in a bit. Instead I've come out to get breakfast acquired. Really, it's just a snack on the way, because it's a good 20 minutes walk, I would say, from here to the old town. So when I get there, gonna have the chance to actually have something proper. Now this is a bit more like it in terms of activity. This is sort of as central as you get in the Kotor area. And I'm heading towards the old town with the old walls, so I'm hoping to see some interesting architecture there. But this is where it's all going on for now anyway. Hairdoing. I literally cannot win with my hair this trip. It's just completely let me down. Should have been shorter, but anyway, it's a bit loud, so. Have you ever seen so many bikes? It's like being in Vietnam. So that's lunch done. I managed to find somewhere. You spoil for choice, really, as in spoil for choice with where you can get ripped off. But no, it was generally successful. Now I've got about 20 minutes to get to the harbour, so I can get on this boat tour, which I've booked 1.5 hours around the bay. Really excited. Let's go.
It's a very small town, Catholic and Orthodox, because at one point basically every other family in Perast had their own church, because at that time it was like a sign of like prestige, having money, you know, and basically the same as like now it's only like a sports car, then it was only a church.
See that right there? That's what you call money. So I'm in Perast now. I'm on a 3-hour boat tour. This is the second stop. We've stopped on 2 of the islands, which I can't remember now. It's terrible of me, but nevertheless, we're on this like beautiful part of the bay. I've come to the same bar again because I thought the Mai Tais were actually good. That's why I've ordered a Mai Tai without grenadine, because grenadine doesn't go in a Mai Tai. But I thought tonight I'm going to have a chilled one. I had dinner at the same place I did last night, but I think tonight I'm just going to take it easy. 4 drinks I think is my maximum. Not generally, but tonight. Like 4 drinks I feel fine. And then probably save myself for tomorrow, start early, you know, have dinner early, like 4 or 5 o'clock, and then go out and sort of go out with a bang, as it were, and do things that way. So I'm probably going to end today's episode here, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow morning, which will be Saturday, the last day in Montenegro. Okay, day 3 in Montenegro, final day, Saturday, the weekend. And I've come back to the same place as I had a coffee yesterday, but they gave me a latte in this, looked like a woman's cocktail glass. So instead, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm going to have an espresso or 3 and some actual breakfast. I'll probably just not rush the day. I think time goes slower when you take it slow. So the plan is to have a little swim. Walk to the old town again because I didn't have much time there yesterday to explore the fort, the old walls. I was there for like 40 minutes having lunch before the boat tour, which took up most of the afternoon. So the plan is to explore that a bit more, take my time, try and take in some of the history, and yeah, just enjoy the last day. You know, this is what I came for, to do, you know, to do nothing special as such. But to just enjoy the sun, the sea, the sand, and everything else. I don't think that shimmer ever gets boring. Not to me, anyway. To be honest, one thing I've been impressed by is that although the prices are European, the portion sizes are pretty generous, I would say. You get your money's worth, even though it's not as cheap as you'd expect. But, I mean, I think this in total is like 11 euros. 12 euros. Can't go wrong. Honestly, I could stay here all day. Don't want to burn though. Okay, so situation report. Now I'm in the old town. Two places which I'm not sure I'd recommend. First of which was a kind of hipstery kind of craft beer place, which was an absolute rip-off. They were charging like €10 for a pint. No, sorry, not a pint, a can, which is about 3.3 litres. And then cocktails are about 16 to €20. That's like central London prices or more. Like I've paid £22 for a cocktail in central London in a 5-star hotel, right? I don't expect to pay that in a fairly, part of Central Eastern Europe, so that was a shock. And I literally saw two tables sit down and then leave because they looked at the menu and saw the prices. So I don't blame them. Being British and too polite, I just sat there and decided to, thought I'll spend the €10 on the first drink, but then I left. The service was nice, the guy was really nice, but it doesn't justify those sorts of prices. And then I went literally 2 minutes around the corner. There was a bar that was €4 for an actual pint, local pint on draft. That's the sort of competition you're up against, so that was nice. So now the plan is, it's about 2 o'clock. The plan is to go back to near to where the apartment is, have a quick swim because it's quite hot at the moment, and then go out for an early dinner. So everything is going according to the plan that I didn't have originally. So as you can see, lots of stuff going on behind me. Should probably go to the gift shop. 4K walking tour. So I'm going to show you this cruise liner which is in the docks of the old town right now, and that would explain why there are so many people here right now, so many Americans rather. And lots of Americans is exactly what you need in a very beautiful hidden gem of Europe. There they all are. So, time for me to make a move. It's so hot right now. It says on the app that it's 25 degrees. I think it's much hotter than that, or it feels much hotter. It feels like 30. And I need to get in the water pronto, so that's the plan. Quick point about the language. The language is interesting. It's Montenegrin, which is apparently very, very similar to Serbian, and Serbian is very similar to Russian. So after English, Russian is probably the most widely spoken language here. So if you speak Russian, they will probably understand what you say, even if they don't really speak Russian in return. So I'm quite lucky in that sense because I can get by in two languages. English is enough actually. Most people, most bars, restaurants, staff, they speak English. Taxi drivers, not so much, but that's typical, really. It's so hot. Like, again, it says it's 25. I don't believe it. I need to get into the water ASAP, and I'm about 10 minutes away from that. You see construction workers. I don't know how they work in this heat. I think some of them wait until, when the sun sets and it's cooler, but you probably haven't got a choice in most cases. Like, the work needs to be done. But still, I highly respect those people who can do physical work like that when it's so hot. Like, I just can't imagine it. Like, if that was me in this heat, I'd be, sort of doing the job, jump in the river, and then straight back on the digger. Because I can't imagine how else you would cool down. It's just too hot to work. Honestly, I needed that. I've never stripped off so quickly, and that's saying something. I'm probably going to go in one more time because I'm not going to go in it tonight. My flight is quite early in the morning, so the chances of going in the morning are quite slim. So I think make the most of the water now, and enjoy it while it lasts until the next trip, which isn't long away, in fact. So yeah, last swim, last dip, and then dinner, really. Have a change and charge in the room, and then back out for the festivities. Okay, so dinner has been had, and the only goal left, the final mission for this trip, is to actually smoke this cigar, because I brought it all the way from England. I didn't buy it here, and it's a Dominican cigar, and I just want to sit down and slowly smoke it. And then if I can do that peacefully, then the trip has been a success. Well, the final day has been a success. The whole trip has been a resounding success. So, cut to me in a place cutting this thing open. Tell you what, this bench, one of these benches, has got my name on it. I'm just gonna sit here in peace. There's almost no way I can balance this camera correctly, so never mind. But we have a Dominican cigar. A bit lighter because you can't take your own lighter with you through the airport. I think you can take yellow flames on your person, but you can't actually take a proper blue flame, jet flame cigar. So this is being hand rolled in the Dominican. Fantastic. Got my cigar cutter with me. This has been everywhere with me. I think this cost like £3. They're not sponsoring me. £3 in the UK, and it's because cigar blades are smaller than 6 centimeters. You can pretty much take them through the airport, and it's cheap, so if they throw it away, it's fine by me. So this is you could say, this has like a torpedo ending. So where to cut, you'll be able to see that there is like a fine line that goes around the outside. It depends how much smoke you want. So if you want lots and lots of smoke, then you want to cut it higher up, because then you're going to have more air to draw in. If you want to really pull on the cigar, then cut only a little bit off, but that's going to mean you have to work to get more smoke. So personally, I'm going to cut it somewhere that will give me a decent draw. And one false move, so nice and clean, so we don't have any sort of excess skin or layers coming around. So that's all very good. Put the cutter away, and I'm going to start to light this. Now it's going to take a while because it's not the best lighter, but let's go. That'll do. The important thing is not to smoke this too quick, especially if you've had a drink or you drink as well. For many people, cigars can make them feel sick, which is perfectly normal. Sometimes I feel sick from a cigar. So the best cure for that is prevention. It's not to smoke too fast. Make sure you've had a good meal, and try not to drink at the same time. If you can avoid doing those 3 things, you will probably not feel sick. Also depends on the strength of the cigar. If it's too strong, then you will struggle. I don't think this is too strong. I think this is about a medium strength. But we'll see what it's actually like. Not the best burn, but bear in mind this exact cigar has travelled a long way. I actually took this cigar all the way to Moscow. Didn't smoke it whatsoever, and took it back home and then put it in the humidor, which is not ideal. It hasn't been kept in perfect conditions, so I won't be surprised if it doesn't smoke well. I feel like I'm in such a decent little spot here. No one is around me. people at least 20 meters away from me. So I'm undisturbed. And this is exactly the kind of serenity that I wanted to finish the holiday on. So this could be a nice way to end the vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have. It's been very random. It might be a bit shit. But if you've enjoyed the run and gun, unscripted, unfiltered, sorry, the lights just went on the canal. If you've enjoyed this type of vlog, then do let me know. If you know me personally, do not comment, because I know that you'll be supportive, which I'm very grateful for. But if you're a subscriber or not a subscriber and you happen to be watching this video, let me know what you think. You know, I have more trips upcoming, especially in the summer. And so if you want me to film those in the vlog style, then I will. Or if you'd like me to interject the vlogs with some helpful information about any topic, etiquette, menswear, traveling even, I don't know, you tell me, then again also let me know. But on that note, I'm going to say farewell. Thank you for watching. Even if you watched on ×2 speed, that's also absolutely fine by me. And if you made it this far, again, thank you very much. And I hope you also have a very, very lovely summer, the summer that you deserve. So on that note, goodbye. See you next time.